After a major setback yesterday, actor Salman Khan's bail plea is scheduled to be heard in a Jodhpur court today. The actor was sentenced to 5 years of imprisonment in the 1998 Blackbuck poaching case by Jodhpur Sessions Court. He was also fined a penalty of 10,000 rupees. He was convicted under the Section 51 of the Wildlife Protection Act. The other actor who were co-accused in the case, Saif Ali Khan, Tabu, Sonali Bendre and Neelam were acquitted. Salman Khan is currently lodged in the Jodhpur Central Jail while he awaits a decision on his bail plea. And to bring us more details on the story, I am now joined in by Amit Kinker, who's a senior lawyer from New Delhi. Amit, what can be expected from the bail process today? What do you think what would happen if the bail is actually considered, and what would happen if the bail is not considered?
See, Aditi, under Section 389 of CRPC, that is the Code of Criminal Procedure, an accused who is convicted of an offence, together with his appeal, files an application for suspension of his sentence, and that application is has to be considered by the judge while admitting or while considering the appeal together with it at that initial stage itself. And if the judge finds that there is no problem in no harm in releasing him on bail and granting him suspension of sentence, that the accused would be granted suspension of sentence. Normally what happens is that a person who has been on bail during the trial and he has not violated the terms of his bail and his conduct has been good, which in this particular case is the case. For 20 long years he was on bail. He has never violated the terms of the bail. He has always been regularly presenting himself, and his conduct has been quite good. So in this case, I feel that the judge would grant him the suspension of sentence. In case the judge feels that there is no case made out for suspension of sentence or granting him bail at this stage, then the High Court is the remedy, and a revision petition or a Section 482 petition under the inherent powers of the High Court will have to be preferred before the Jodhpur High Court.
Right. Mr. Kinker, just to break it down, you know, all the legal jargon for the layman. So what you're saying is that if the bail is considered, Salman Khan will be free to walk out of jail, right?
Yeah, I feel that this is the case where he will be granted suspension of sentence. I'll be surprised if he is not granted the suspension of sentence.
All right. Mr. Kinker, also, you know, the Bishnoi community has been very fiercely tracking this case, and they made it very clear yesterday that they will continue to follow this case. What can the Bishnoi community now do to, you know, actually put Salman Khan further in the spot?
Aditi, let us understand that any criminal trial or criminal investigation or criminal proceedings are not adversarial proceedings. It has nothing to do with Bishnoi community. It is a crime against the state. It is a crime against the law made by the parliament of this country. It is a crime against the environment. It is a crime against the hapless, endangered species. That is the crime. The crime is not against the Bishnois. Whatever may be the Bishnoi community may be feeling about these animals, there is no law that because they worship a particular animal, therefore a particular animal is endangered or protected. It's not because of that. It is because a particular animal is endangered. That is a scientific fact, because of which, in order to protect our environment, the law says that this particular animal is to be protected, and therefore that it is put in the schedule of the Wildlife Protection Act. So it is not a battle between Bishnoi communities and Mr. Salman Khan.
Right.
That is another thing, that Bishnoi community on their own are active about it.
Right.
They are doing their best in order to
right.
assist the investigation and the trial and the prosecution in coming to the conclusion. So it is fine. They are most welcome. But it is nothing to. It is not an adversarial litigation.
Absolutely. It's not an adversarial litigation, as you very rightly pointed out, Mr. Kinker. I am going to stick with you on this story. For now, let me inform our viewers who are just tuning in that, Salman Khan is currently housed in barrack number 2 in Jodhpur Central Jail, next to Saram Bapu's cell. And this is the latest that we are bringing, and it will be at 10:30 a.m. IST that the actor's bail is going to be heard in the court, in the Sessions Court in Jodhpur. And as Mr. Kinker pointed out, that there's a good possibility that the actor's bail might be considered, following which he might actually step out of the jail. Let me quickly go back to senior lawyer Mr. Amit Kinker, who's joining us to give us more details on the story. Mr. Kinker, there's a good possibility that, he might just walk out, scot-free. And that's happened in the past, as we all know. There's been multiple cases against Salman Khan, and he's walked out of the jail. Do you think, that this sentence is actually harsh, if we actually take into consideration how Bollywood is severely rallying for the actor? We heard senior actors, including Jaya Bachchan yesterday, and even author Taslima Nasreen has actually come out in the open to say that the sentence is actually quite harsh. Do you agree with that?
Akanksha, let me first apologize to you. I was addressing you as Aditi. I was told Aditi is the anchor, since I can't see you,
fine.
So I'm sorry, Akanksha, for that.
Please go ahead, sir.
And so far as going back to your question, So your question, Akanksha, I don't feel that the punishment or the sentence is harsh. Of course, the whole of the Bollywood has been rallying against their heroes, be it Mr. Salman Khan or be it Mr. Sanjay Dutt in past. They, irrespective of the fact that the offences they committed have been proven by the court, and take example of Mr. Sanjay Dutt, it was proven and upheld till the Supreme Court of this country. Still there was sympathy, still the people were speaking as if they were some kind of victims. So that is not a very good reflection on the film industry itself. Let me put it like this. The film industry should be seen as not protecting anybody who commits a crime. Any industry for that matter, be it film industry or any industry, nobody should be above the law. Nobody should be seen as the victim of law. There is no question. Here is a judge who has given a 200-page judgment. He has tried his level best to explain all his point of views. You may agree, you may not agree with him. That is totally different thing. The higher courts may not agree. That is also totally. But certainly, Mr. Salman Khan should not be seen as a victim of some sort. He is the person who, after all, the other people also have only been given benefit of doubt.
Exactly.
And
Mr. Kinker,
the earlier case also,
I'm sorry
it is still pending with the Supreme Court.
I'm sorry to have interjected there, but Mr. Kinker, that brings me to my next question, that other actors, including actor Saif Ali Khan, Tabu, Sonali Bendre, they were also acquitted, and that's the other question which, comes into consideration. Why were they acquitted?
Akanksha, it is not that they were, there is any finding that they did not commit any crime. It is only the benefit of doubt, which is because our criminal law requires a very, very strong, strong degree of proof in order to hold someone guilty. So if the evidence is not of that degree, the judge would give benefit of doubt to the accused, because our criminal law says that let hundreds of accused go free, but one innocent should not be punished. That is the principle behind on which our criminal law is based, and that is the philosophy which our parliament and which our society follows. So therefore, wherever the degree of evidence is not very strong against a particular accused, then the accused is given the benefit of doubt. So which is the case in the present case with the other people. So it doesn't mean that they were not complicit in the offense.
All right. So clearly, the lack of evidence is probably what led to the acquittal of, say, actors like Tabu, Neelam, Sonali Bendre and actor Saif Ali Khan. Mr. Kinker, I'm going to have to ask you to actually just pause on this story right now. Let me also go across to Pragya Jha, who's joining us live from Mumbai, and get, the latest details on Salman Khan, who's currently stationed in Jodhpur Central Jail. Pragya, what is the latest that you're, catching from your sources? Because we hear that at 10:30 a.m. IST is when the bail hearing will take place.
That's right. So his both sisters, that is Alvira and Arpita, are with their counsel, are with Salman Khan's counsel, because they would be doing their last-minute preparations leading up to the hearing, which could in fact grant a bail to the superstar Salman Khan. However, he is right now lodged there in the central jail, and then the bail hearing will take place. The bail hearing will begin, and so a lot of anticipation within his family members. Because know that yesterday, as the Chief Judicial Magistrate Dev Kumar Khatri pronounced the verdict, Salman's both sisters, that is Arpita and Alvira, broke down, and seeing them get very sentimental and break down in tears. Even Salman Khan had tears in his eyes. So a very emotional moment for the family indeed, and his sisters have always stood by his side. Most of the times, even when he appeared in the Bombay High Court for the hit-and-run case, we'd see his sisters accompanying him, either Arpita or Alvira, and in this case, that is yesterday at the Jodhpur court, we had both of them alongside Salman Khan. So right now, of course, his counsel, his lawyer, into their last-minute preparations as to the best foot forward that they could put from their end, so that the actor successfully is granted bail today. However, legal luminaries do have their own take on this. There are some whom we spoke to who say that it will be very difficult, probably for the actor to get a bail today, and he might have to approach a higher court. And because earlier we do remember that the Rajasthan High Court had granted relief in terms of a bail to Salman Khan.
Right. Also, Pragya, just quickly run us through how, this could actually cost the Indian film industry, especially Bollywood, considering there's a lot of money, close to, 600 to 700 crore rupees, riding on the actor.
That's right. Now, that is one big worry for the producers of those movies that Salman Khan has been, scheduled or slated to star in this year as well as the following year, 2019. We do know that Salman Khan was shooting for the movie Race 3 with Jacqueline Fernandez in Abu Dhabi. He wrapped up the Abu Dhabi schedule and he came to Jodhpur to attend the pronunciation of the verdict that was yesterday. But of course that movie seems to be almost done, because it is slated to be releasing Eid 2018, that is July 2018, hardly just 2 months from now. And then we do understand that the next movie that is slated for 2018 is Dabangg 3, which is of the Dabangg franchise that is produced by his own brother Arbaz Khan. Now these two movies were the movies that he was looking forward to this particular year. With 2019, of course, there was Bharat that was scheduled, but now it seems that until and unless the actor is given some probation by the courts, these movies will have to be shelved.
Right. Thank you, Pragya, for bringing us that quick update from Mumbai. And thank you so much, Mr. Amit Kinker, for adding your precious perspective to this story. We'll continue to track Salman Khan's bail hearing today, and we'll keep bringing you all the latest details from Jodhpur.